there are 3 things that we all need to kick out of our lives if we want a stable, happy, and a joyful life. So if you are interested, stick around till the end. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I have a unique honor to have my darling husband Steven. You guys, we have been wanting to do this for a very long time, but just because we now have a baby, sometimes when we're maybe filming together, our baby just cry. But I'm just really excited. We just got back from church and I'm happy we're able to do this.
Hello everyone, my name is Steven. I'm so happy to join my beautiful, gorgeous and sweet wife here today to talk to you wherever you might be and wherever you might be listening to us. I'm so excited to be a part of this, and it's been a long time. I've been looking forward to this, and I'm happy finally
yes, that we can do this together. And you guys are gonna see more of this happening. I know a lot of you must have seen his pictures on some of the videos, and you're just really wondering, who is this handsome looking guy? So today I have that unique honor to have him here.
Thank you my dear. I'm so happy to be here. And thank you for the great work you're doing. I'm just so thrilled by all of the videos you've been uploading. They have been like, wow, they have been 10 over 10. And I try to keep that boat first. Honestly, some of the videos I've uploaded recently, especially on the issue of sex, I know that can be a really sensitive topic, right? But you know, one of the things we used to talk about is we can't keep quiet and act like everything is fine. That's true.
When it comes to, you know, some of our marriages and our sex life, especially in the Christian community.
Very true.
And so if we all keep quiet and just act like everything is fine, then that won't be a good one. So I started to take those bold steps. I said, okay, let's talk about this thing.
You know, I remember watching that video. I was like, I'm going to break this table.
I remember you were telling me, don't break this. I said, no, I made up my mind. I'm going to break this table. And you know, I've got some really interesting comments about, you know, the recent upload. So you guys are gonna see more of that. I'm gonna come out bold to keep it real and impactful and meaningful. So why are we here today?
We just want to share some things that we've been looking at recently with with all of you. It's been on our heart to share these things, which we ourselves we are following. We are taking note of them. It's very, very important. Most of us know these things, and I think it's something to remind ourselves that this is something we should keep in our hearts, in our relationships with our husbands, with our wives, with our children, with our family members, with our parents, with our siblings, with our community.
And in general, I think it's just something to, you know, put before us. Maybe just find a place in your bedroom, your car, wherever you're just gonna find it, and just put these things there. Personally, as a family, we have been working through this, and it's something that we remind ourselves all the time. Even though sometimes we catch ourselves, you know, doing it, but you know, we just remind ourselves of just these 3 things. If we can kick it out of our lives, I tell you, we're gonna have you know, a more stable life. Not because there's not going to be challenges, but we're going to walk through them with some grace and, you know.
You might be hearing the sound of our son in the background.
Somewhere
around there. So, it's having its own time, having nice time. Okay, so quickly to the 3 things we've been looking at, and those I call it 3 C's that we should avoid. I saw it somewhere, and I thought that it was a very good thing to share with us. And the 3 C's in like letter C that we should avoid if we want to continue to have a thriving relationship with our spouses, with our community, with our parents, with our siblings, with our friends, whatever relationship it is.
Yeah, and even with ourselves.
And with ourselves, yes.
If we want to have that, stable mind, we first ourselves, because a lot of times what we bring into relationship is who we are and what we think about ourselves. So if we can understand these things for ourselves, then we bring that into our relationship.
So first C that we need to kick out of our lives is comparison.
That's a big one.
Comparing ourselves with other people. And most of the time it's very, sometimes I look at it, why do we compare ourselves mostly with people that are better than us?
Or we think
that are better than us. Yes,
especially in this social media age.
In social media,
where people just put things out there, and we just think this is the real life. And you and I have always had conversation and say there's always a backstory.
There's always a backstory
to everything we see on social media.
Very true.
So why do we compare ourselves with people that we think are better than us?
Sometimes I think that it's an imagination. We think that it could be better if we have just one more thing that another person has. It could be better if we're in the position that another person is. It could be better for us, maybe in terms of health, in terms of money, in terms of position, in terms of the number of digits in our accounts. So
maybe because we just think that, when I become like that person, then I will be happy. When I have that kind of house, then I will be happy. When I look like that brother or that sister, then I will be happy. So we always sometimes think that when we look like other people, we're gonna be happy. But we know that happiness and true peace doesn't come from things.
No.
Right? That comes from...
It doesn't come from things at all. Because the Bible says that godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing to this world, and it is certain we can take nothing out. And we see that, over and over again from scriptures, from personal experiences, from observation, from scientific research, that happiness, money, which is one of the things that people compare themselves with other people, does not bring happiness.
Yes, true. And it reminds me of one interview we watched one time about Professor of Happiness.
His name is Professor Arthur Brooks of Harvard University. He and his team studied happiness, what predicts happiness and what makes people happy. They did a 20 or more year study on what makes people happy and what sustains happiness over the long run. And they found out money was not part of what brings happiness. It was very surprising. And they found 4 things that was a predictor of people's happiness.
And that's like because we're talking about comparison, like one of the things, the C's that we all have to kick out of our lives. And we see that as much as money is a really important part, of our lives, and, everyone want to get it. It's like one of the highest thing people compare themselves with. Like, this person has this in his bank account.
Making a lot of
money. And we just think that's going to, make us happy.
So the 4 things he mentioned was, first one was faith, that makes people happy. That is, there's a higher power, that is God for us. We are believers. We believe God is
higher than us, and we submit to Him.
We submit to God through the Bible. And we follow what the Bible says. So faith is number 1. So number 2 is family. Spending time with family, having time to discuss great times together. Showing up for your family is one of those things that he mentioned from the study, the conclusion of the study. The third one was friends. Having quality friends, good friends that have very useful and beneficial contribution to one's life, and also one is contributing to their lives it's very, it's invaluable.
Yeah, and speaking about friends and family, that's exactly why we created this channel.
Yeah.
If you look at the channel, you see that one of the things that are like really big for us and why we created this channel is to talk about relationships, faith, and family. And isn't that interesting that the study, a 20+ year study, showed that the source of happiness for people is number 1, faith, number 2, friends, spending time with family, and number 3, friends. And that's why we created this channel, to help us and our relationships thrive. So if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yes, we all want our relationships to thrive.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here. So the last thing.
The last one is.
Do you believe Isaac is laughing? Anyway, let's just face what we're doing.
So the last one is work, meaningful work, and what the way they define work was not how much you are making from your work, but providing value to people, serving people, and providing value and making and meeting the needs of people. Making impact by meeting the needs of people through the work you do. It doesn't matter if you are a stay-at-home mom or you are working. It doesn't mean, even people say, oh, stay-at-home moms they're not working. It's a lot of work. I know my wife does that. It's a lot of work to take care of a baby. It's more than 24 hours. It's not like 40 hours a week. It's more than that. And
this is just it's just to segue a little bit. If you're a mom and you're watching this video right now, I want you to know you're so amazing.
Kudos to you.
You're doing amazing work. In fact, I was speaking with a friend yesterday who is also a mom, and I told her, I said the national budgets cannot pay what moms are doing. We risk our lives and make our bodies available to, carry a baby and bring a baby to life. That's amazing. I'm grateful for, good partners and supportive husbands. Without your support or the support of a loving husband, that wouldn't have been possible. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're a mom, or maybe just because you're now a mom, things are a little bit slower, I don't want you to think that you're not growing, you're not doing your best, you're not I don't know what word to use.
And even if you're a single mom taking care of a baby or taking care of children, it's an amazing work. I give you kudos. Like, you are doing a great job. It's an excellent work that you are doing.
Yes.
So those are the 4.
The 4.
Yes.
So the next C that we all need to kick out of our lives is complaining. Complaining. Do you have a maybe simple way to define complaining? Because I think everyone knows that, but do you have just a simple way to define that?
I think the simple way to define that is just being angry or feeling discontented about something
that is just not going
the way you want it to go.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's a good way to look at it. You're hungry. That's maybe the economy is not what it should be. You're hungry because I don't know, the government or politics sometimes is annoying. Or
complaining about something that you think you should have, but you don't have it.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. So we all need to kick out complaining out of our lives, especially because anytime we complain, we lose sight of what is working and pay so much attention on what is not working. For example, if I am complaining that, ever since I become a mom, I haven't been able to do the things that I used to do before. Now I can't go out the way I want to go out, and I just keep complaining about that. What happens is I lose sight about the joy of being a mom. I lose sight about the part of watching our baby grow every single day.
Yeah.
So what complaining does to us is anytime we complain about our look, some of us even feel like, I don't look beautiful. I don't like my nose. My nose is so tiny. I don't like my face. Anytime we complain about anything, our job, our marriage, our relationships, our lives, we lose sight about the beautiful things happening in those spaces.
Yeah.
And I think that there is never going to be a time that everything is going to go fine in the world.
Yes.
Maybe when Jesus comes, but as far as today goes, there's always going to be 1,001 thing that is going to make us angry. It's going to make us sad. And the moment we put our focus and our attention on those things, we begin to lose sight of the good things
that are
happening around us.
Yeah, I think it's very important to check the triggers that could divert our attention towards complaint. And one of them is the news. When we watch the news a lot.
The news and maybe social media.
Like we begin to complain.
See social media posts.
You see a lot of people complain. I was talking, remember we were talking to one of our very, very close we call him our grandpa, adopted grandpa, but he is just a wonderful man. And he is currently 77 years old. And we asked him a question, how was it the past 50 years or 60 years? How was life? Is life better today than it was many years back? And he gave me a shocking answer.
Okay.
He said, life is far better than what it is many years back. That things have become better than before. So I was like, so why do we complain?
And so we that live in the now today feel like, these things are not supposed to be. This sucks. This is so bad. This is not good. Wow, that's interesting to know.
I was really surprised because what I was expecting, and I had to as a scientist, one of the things that I've also noted from when research is that technology has made this world easier.
Yes,
there's a lot of advancements, great things are happening. I'm not disputing the fact that there are not some things that have gone wrong, but I think in my opinion, I think it outweighs the negatives that are happening. And one of the things that we have decided to do is to look on the positive side, rather than complain. And one of the things I remember talking to a colleague, a former colleague last week was, I told him he was complaining about his job. He doesn't like his job. He thinks it could be better. He thinks that the economy is going down and all of that. And I asked him a question. I told him, did you know a lot of people are dying to just have to be in the position you are? Do you know that so many people want to be in that place you are? And no matter the level that we get to in this life, people will be greater than you, and you will be greater than other people.
Yes.
Some people will be praying to get to the level you are, which you complain about.
I think the issue sometimes could be we always think the other side is better.
Yes.
Like if I can just get to the other side.
Let me just get a little of what that person has. And we complain a lot. So that's number 2, C, that we've decided to take out completely from our lives. And we will keep working on it every time, because there are many temptations that would want us to go back and say
you want to start complaining about things. And each time we catch ourselves doing that, because the thing about some of these things is the fact that you say, I'm not going to complain anymore, I'm not going to compare myself. Like you do that today, the next couple days you see that almost happening again. So each time you catch yourself trying to compare yourself with your relationship, your life, or you catch yourself trying to complain, just immediately just jump back and say, no, that's not good for me. Because if you want to complain, you're gonna just keep going. It's a spiral. You just keep going. There are 1,001 things to complain about. And one thing about complaining that personally I have experienced, anytime I choose to complain, what happens is I start to get unhappy. I start to feel angry and sad. And if I don't cut the cycle, I see myself just keep going on that way.
Yeah.
So when I catch myself doing that, the next thing that I do is instantly, oh, this is not good for me. I am thankful for this. I start to look at the things that I am thankful and grateful for, irrespective of what's happening around me.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to relationship, we know that complaining and comparison is also something that can really affect our relationships.
Yeah, that's true.
We know that there is no perfect relationships out there. There is no perfect marriage, because the only way we can have perfect marriage and relationships is when we have perfect people.
And it doesn't exist.
We don't have perfect people, right? So when we complain and continue to complain about our partner, our spouses, we lose sight of the really good things about them.
Yeah. When we complain about our work, we complain about the government, we complain about our children, we complain about almost anything. It brings sadness and just makes us feel...
Brings heartache.
Yeah, heartache and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's not something that the Bible, for example, encourages us to do. And the Bible says we should be filled with thanks all the time. And that's very, very important for us to be filled with thanks, to be filled with joy, because this is because we're in a world that is not perfect too.
Yes.
In a world full of brokenness, full of all kinds of things that are not going well.
So can we say that comparison and complaining is a thief of joy?
Yes, it is.
Every time we complain and compare, it's like we're allowing the devil steal our joy. Because I don't know, but if you understand what we're saying, leave a comment below, right? How do you feel in your body when you complain and compare yourself?
Yeah, it's not a good feeling at all. To me, it's not a good feeling.
And the last one is?
The last one is competition. Yeah, competing with other people. Competition, we have healthy competition and we have unhealthy competition. Unhealthy competition is, we're going to explain that later, but I'll try to explain what healthy competition is. Healthy competition is comparing yourself of today with the person of yesterday, with the person of last year, with the person of 2 years ago, with the person of 10 years ago.
And that brings gratitude.
That brings gratitude because most times we realize that we've gone a step further.
Yeah, maybe not
improved.
10 steps, maybe not 10 miles or 20 steps, but things are a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better.
And even if you have not made any step, for the fact that you are still in that same position
and you
have not gone back,
and you are alive,
or even if you've gone back, you are still alive.
Yes.
That itself shows that competition is healthy. Competition is good because you see how far you've gone. But the unhealthy one is competing with someone else. And many times we don't know the backstory. We don't know what those people have as an advantage.
I want to be like that person.
We want to be like that person. We want to dress like somebody. We want to have the same car that somebody else has. We want to have the same houses as they have or better than them. We want to show them that we have something, we have that.
I think, can we maybe give an example? Let me just tell you what I'm thinking when it comes to unhealthy competition. For example, I have a friend who just got a car, or I have a friend maybe just graduated from, I don't know, but I have a friend who just did something that I don't have, and then I said, I'm gonna go do the same thing. Not necessarily because it is important or because it is necessary for me to do it, but I also want to do it or get that same thing so that I can feel like, yes, now we're the same. And then what eventually happens is, because I'm looking at someone to say, oh, this person just got this, I need to get it. This person just did this, I need to do it. We keep chasing and chasing and eventually we lose ourselves.
Yeah, we lose ourselves. Some people usually think that, well, you need to compete because it's going to help you to do better. It's going to make you to want to strive for something better than what you used to have. But many times, when we get to that point where we are competing with someone because we want to do better than what we are doing, many times it's usually something that is focused on us and not focused on other people. We want to score a point. We want to make sure that people see us as somebody that has arrived.
So maybe sometimes can we also say that when we do unhealthy competition, if we're not careful, we'll end up losing ourselves, because now you want to become like one person. You want to become like that person. You want to do what that person has done, and eventually you lose your originality. You lose your originality.
Yeah, that's something that we have decided to make sure that we keep watching. That we are the reason why we are doing something is not because someone else is doing it. It's because we need to do that thing. We see the need for it. We want to buy something. For example, we want to buy a new car. It's not because in our neighborhood everyone is
buying a new car
or riding fancy cars. Okay, it's because we need it, and we have done a budget and we can afford it, and we need it, rather than I want to impress people, rather than saying that I want to show them that I have arrived.
Competition sometimes makes you try to impress people that don't even care.
People that might not even notice that.
They're not even
if they
thinking.
Notice, they will not be there to maybe fill in the gap of maybe you've stretched yourself, you've gone over and beyond because you wanted to prove a point, and that itself can bring about, at the end of everything, it brings about lack of satisfaction.
Yes. So let us wrap this up. All of us, if you're watching, you're listening, we all need to kick out these 3 things. And number 1 is comparison. Number 2, complaining. And number 3, competition. So let us kick this out of our lives as you go on with your week this week. Let us kick out these 3 things, and we can have a stable and a blessed and a joyful life.
So until we come your way again
another day, don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, till we come your way another time.
Bye.